for it. Through a twist of fate, it was in the Crimea that an attempt was made to topple the Soviet president from power in August 1991. One of Mikhail Gorbachev's residences had been built in Forosse only a few years before those fateful events.
That country house as a secret object was a complete failure. Take a look. The place is in full view from all sides. As you can see, the residence is clearly visible from everywhere. The hills, the mountains, and so on. It seems like Gorbachev's residence had been built here deliberately in order to isolate him later.
KGB Colonel Leo Tolstoy was involved in those events. He's a direct descendant of the famous Russian writer of the same name. For more than 20 years, he served as a bodyguard for every Soviet leader coming to the Crimea, from Brezhnev to Gorbachev. On August the 19th, 1991, Colonel Tolstoy received an order from top KGB officials instructing him to block all exits from the residence, both to the mountains and to the sea.
I was under orders not to let anyone out. What about the president? I inquired. The reply was that he too was not to be let out. Gorbachev was completely isolated. All communications and TV broadcasts were cut.
This footage was shown around the world. The basement of the Zarya residence. Gorbachev dictates a statement using his son-in-law's video camera.
An unconstitutional coup has taken place.
Meanwhile, Любовь Журавель, an employee at the Форос post office, was receiving scores of telegrams addressed to Mikhail Gorbachev. They included both official telegrams and telegrams from people all over the country, urging him to hold out to the bitter end. But it was impossible to pass them on to the Soviet leader.
We had no idea how the situation would work out in the end, whether we would be allowed to go home or if we would be arrested. No effective measures were taken, they simply let things slide.
In the end, the coup failed and Gorbachev returned to Moscow. But the Soviet Union was already doomed.